Liz Bernier, and I'm the managing editor of HR Professional magazine. I'm here today at HRPA 2018 Annual Conference and Trade Show, and I'm here with our final keynote of the conference, Seth Mattison, and he's going to chat to us a little bit about his session. So you mentioned in your keynote that the hierarchical structures of yesteryear are just not working anymore. Why is that?
Well, first of all, just thank you for making time, Liz, to have us. We did talk about hierarchical structures and this dynamic tension between them and network structures. And I think a big point to make around that is while hierarchical structures are being challenged and we're asking leaders to be really introspective and to consider where it's maybe holding us back, we're also being mindful to say that they're not bad or dead or dying. Most organizations are still going to operate in some sort of hierarchical structures. It's just been, and our society is based around this structure. But as our marketplaces and our talents start to behave in much more fluid, flexible, networked-like entities, and new technologies like digital transformation as a whole, artificial intelligence, machine learning, mobile and digital technologies are creating and demanding a more fluid organization. It's causing leaders to pause and step back and say, where is hierarchy and some of the structures we've had in place, which is built on a model over the past 100 years that wasn't designed to be as flexible and responsive as is required today, where is it holding us back? And a simple question and a simple place to start is to just ask that question, to say, what's an unwritten rule that we're perhaps carrying around from this world of hierarchy that we might consider letting go? We're not suggesting throw out the org chart, blow up every model. It starts with mindset, because when we look at that tension, it really is breaking down 4 levels: mindset, culture, process, and technology. If we want to bridge the gap, not blow up the hierarchy, bridge the gap between hierarchy and network, we have to address and implement technologies that unleash the promise of the network. We have to have processes in place that break us out of some of those rigid structures. You have to have a culture that embraces that, but it begins and ends with leaders first embodying a mindset that allows this change and transformation to happen. We always say you cannot create an external change in the company without first making an internal transforming shift. So it's got to start there.
Okay, so the mindset shift is obviously key. What else should leaders do to evolve and adapt to these changes?
Great question. 3 things, and we left this audience with 3 things to contemplate. Number 1 is to contemplate, and it's that idea of going within and to really consider what is, and we use the word, what's dying and what's wanting to be born inside you and your organization. What are you ready to let go of? In order for something new to emerge in ourselves and in our companies, something else has to pass away to make room for the new. So contemplating, number 1. What's one unwritten rule to let go of? Number 2, iterate. You're not going to go back and transform and blow up the entire organization, but we always talk about conducting 3 little experiments in the business and in our lives. At any given time, I'm running 3 little experiments in my business, and any one of them, if they were to blow up or go awry, is not going to put the business at risk. But if we don't keep experimenting, right, we will never be able to evolve fast enough to stay relevant in the marketplace. So contemplate, iterate, and then the final piece is activate. All of the concepts and themes that we talked about here over the past 3.5 days are phenomenal, but all that matters is the action we take starting on Monday morning at 8 a.m. when people go back to work. And so it's committing to 1 or 2 small initiatives that we're willing to be brave and courageous enough to see through and commit to really help make this transformational shift take place.
Okay, well, thank you so much for making the time to talk to us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm Liz Bernier, and this is HR Today.